So I'm going to show you in this screencast what Google doesn't want you to know. And this is really important because this can really help you increase your Google ranking. Now, it's called a black hat SEO technique, but I can tell you, if you pay SEO experts, a lot of them will be using this technique because generally speaking, it usually works. If Google find out you've been doing this, they might not be so happy though. So use it at your own risk. But this is exactly what it's all about. Now, as you probably know, on your website, your rank on Google is determined about 30 to 40% by whatever's on your website, including the keywords and that sort of thing. But you know what? 60 to 70% of your rank is determined by backlinks. In other words, links on other websites that are linking back to your website, and how authoritative those other websites are, how important they are, and also the text they've got in the links on their site that are linking back to yours. Of course, it gets much more complicated than that, but that is basically it, right? Historically, or if you speak to people about SEO, they'll say, yeah, don't worry, just get loads of backlinks on other websites and it will hugely increase your rank. Okay, that's fine. And of course I could say that to you right now, but you just try getting backlinks on authoritative websites. If you phone up, I don't know, the Daily Telegraph or the New York Times and say, oh, can you put a link to my website on there? Are they going to do that? Of course they're not. And in fact, even if you have stuff published, half the time they won't actually want to put a link on it, because when you put a link on your website, it diminishes your own page because you're giving away some of that link juice to someone else. You can, of course, pay for PR releases, and they can be very effective. And you can make sure your website is in directories. That's really important too. Business directories. Just make sure you are listed in as many of those as possible. But you know what? So you're either going to have to spend the next few years or forever contacting companies and trying to get backlinks. Another thing that SEO people or people will tell you is to write blog posts, and people will pick up on those and then link back to them. Okay, it might do if you're a professional blogger and you've got the most professional blogs and you manage to spread the word about those, or you get lucky with a viral post. But the vast majority of companies churn out blog posts, they get absolutely nowhere. So what do you do about it? Well, you know what? There's one kind of trick you can do, but it is slightly eyebrow raising. Well, I'm going to tell you what it is anyway, because you can do it. Sitebar might help you do this if you want to. It's called PBNs, and feel free to Google that. It's private blog networks. Now, what does that mean? Well, what it means is, okay, just imagine, right? You can't get links on other websites pointing back to yours because it's too hard. How about if you own those other websites and make it so Google doesn't know that, all right? So you're going to create other websites which are authoritative that link back to your website. But I hear you say, how am I going to create other authoritative websites? Well, that is actually strangely easy, because Sitebam can help you with this, and that's this link here. Buy expiring domains. What you do is you buy domains which were once really authoritative until very recently, where businesses have gone bankrupt or they're just no longer trading anymore. You can buy that domain name, put a website on it, and then link back from there back to your website. Often people recreate the original website. I would be very careful with copyright concerns about that. But you can just create your own version of the website on there and then put links on there back to your own website. So if you go here to buy expiring domains, let's say you were selling car batteries. If I went to battery in here, if I search for that, I have no idea what's going to come up with. It comes up with loads. It comes up with 23 different battery domain names. Go to battery. You could buy that. But you want to be careful with this open page rank. You want to find them with a higher open page rank, because that's how important Google thinks the name is. There's other services you can use as well, such as Ahrefs, and you really want to use these other services to check how important these domains are. But you want to buy a domain, or you want to buy like 3 or 4 or 5 domains, put a website on them, and then put links back. And with these ones here, let's say battery, or let's do, I don't know, perfume. There's usually names for absolutely everything on here. There's at the moment 250,000 domain names that you can bid on. Most of these are. So if we look at some of these, for example, let's have a look at what's on the other pages here. See if there's any good ones. Well, this looks quite nice, doesn't it? Cologne and perfume shop. If I click on buy, then it's going to take me off actually to GoDaddy, and then I could put a bid on the domain name. At the moment it's at $12. They're saying it's valued at $400. How long has it got left? Let's have a look. Ends at, okay, so it ends in 3 days time. The price might go up, you never know. So on Sitebam you can log on and you can search for domain names. But you know what if there isn't a domain name that you like? You can click on domain availability alerts, And on this screen, you can set up an alert so you can be alerted when a domain name becomes available to buy or to bid on. And you can either enter an exact domain name in there or part of a domain name. So obviously Sitebam doesn't know about every domain name in the world, but it has a huge chunk of them on there. So it's worth putting in terms in there that you're interested in. And then whenever a domain name becomes available with that term in, you'll be notified. And often they go for really cheap, to be honest. So it's worth doing anyway, and you can bid on it and buy it. And even, like I say, put a site on it, link back to your own website, and hopefully increase your Google rank. But like I said, be warned, Google doesn't like you doing that. And if they find out, they might not be happy. But lots of people do this. PBN, private blog networks. Check it out. And Sitebam can help you set that up.